What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Chocolate Gumbo, the podcast. I'm here with my family, y'all. We got my brother Big Keith over to my right. What's up, Big Keith?
What up, though? What up, though?
We got my sis Kendra. What's up, Kendra? Man, we about to get into it, man. We having a good time, man. We gonna talk about a lot of crazy stuff. But before we get into it, the question of the day is, how was your weekend? How was your weekend, Keith?
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Kendra, how was your weekend?
All right, I'm gonna try to make this quick, but I had a very interesting weekend.
It's only 3 days. I don't know how long you think the weekend's supposed to be.
No, but I decided last minute to take a trip to Indianapolis. They had the football classics down there,
Ooh.
and I got to see Jodeci and Bad Biv DeVoe on Friday in concert.
You see how she said, Jodeci.
But why she set it up like that though? Like I ain't do a little something. I just seen Jodeci and Bill DeVoe. Man, that sound crazy. Keep going though. What's up?
Dope. And then that was Friday night, and then on Saturday I saw D.L. Hughley. Hilarious. Oh my God, he had me dying laughing.
Shout out to one of the original Kings of Comedy.
Yes. And then Sunday I drove on back and went to see Mary J. Good morning, gorgeous. Hey,
She is back in 94 somehow.
Hey, I lived the whole era this weekend. It was so dope.
Man, that sounds crazy. I don't know, man. I don't want to go next. You got to tell me about your weekend.
My weekend was good. I wasn't flipping kids. And they'd be like, damn, flipping kids, yes. When you pick up your kids on Friday and you got to drop them back off on Sunday, that's flipping kids all weekend. Flipping kids. We got to go to the movies. Got to go get something to eat. Got to go get shopping. Got to go get your hair done. Then drop you right back off. So when I'm not doing that, it'd be a blessing. So Friday, what did I do Friday? I don't think I did shit. I'll be in the crib. Then Saturday, I did Tavern on the Grange. Shout out Tavern on the Grange. It's something about good energy. It's something about the energy that you don't get at home by yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's a social era, social media era, but people ain't social.
Nah, not at
You
all.
use that social media to stay in the house. So I went to Tavern on the Grange, and anytime you go to a live event where when you park and turn off your car and open your door, you like, damn, what the hell is that? Then you walk in the door, and all I hear is, these last $2, boy. When I say from front to back, side to side, everybody was like juicy. It was it was palpable in there. It was really about the bus. And then they changed it to them other songs. Oh my goodness! So if you ever not doing nothing Saturday afternoon, Tavern on the Grange, the Beast Base and Brunch. That's how me and my daddy other son met. My daddy been doing some shit all these years. I know that nigga was on some bullshit. But when I met this nigga, I said, you finally met me. So, but yeah, I did a live show there. I did 2 shows, and then I pretty much was chilling, man. You just chill. Like weekends, you got to chill with your kids. And my daughter, when I say my daughter is in my full custody, she was all over me, like jumping on me. Like she'll wait till I'm sitting still and just run full speed and jump on my shoulders. Whole body just jumping on me, and then fall off the bed talking about help. No, nigga, you jumped in here. So I just did that. Yeah, just chill this weekend. There's 2 shows. You know how nigga. Yeah, I just did 2 shows. That's it. You know, little brunch thing. You feel me? No, but sometimes you just got to be you. So I was just chilling, clean. I cleaned up on Sunday. Sunday we cleaned from top to bottom, and I do bleach, so the whole house is smelling like bleach. And the Bears won, so it was a good little Sunday. Yeah, we handled adversity, but we got through there. Now, if they'd have lost, I'm like, them dumbass Bears. But since we won, we won. But if they'd have lost, man, them dumbass motherfuckers lost again. What you do, RJ?
Man, well, Friday I had to fly out to Connecticut.
Okay.
So we flew out to Connecticut. I work with a wedding man too. So we flew out to Connecticut and we was doing that, and then we got up the next day, and
We who?
the band I work with, it's called Gold Coast All Stars.
Okay.
So that's the name of the band. See, keep me on point and all that stuff. But we went to we took a train to like New York. So we went to Manhattan, and I had to stop by. You know, I'm a hat guy, so I had to stop by Gorin. They got shout out to Gorin Brothers, one of my favorite spots. I had to stop by Gorin Brothers and grab me a hat. You know, nice little hat or whatever. Grab my wife a nice gift because you know I can't walk in the house with a gift. When you married, that's
Definitely
a
whole $300 hat. And where my hat at? Oh, this my hat. This my hat. Oh yeah, baby, it's your hat. That's what I thought it was. My damn hat. You go get you another hat, nigga.
Yeah, you can't come empty handed when you doing that. So I had to get us something. But I stopped by the spot called Cat's Deli.
Mhm.
It's down there. So if you like corned beef or whatever,
East Coast, straight East Coast.
man, it was so bomb, man. I never had pastrami,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Never had
pastrami
it in
is
my
dope.
life, right? Because I thought it was pork. I found out it wasn't. So I was like, all right, well, let me try it. Amazing.
Pastrami, okay.
It's amazing. It was a
You
great.
never had pastrami?
It's
Never heard of
amazing.
So
pastrami.
good.
I barely eat pepperoni, so I don't get too
If you
exotic
like-
in the
if-
meets.
if
I don't
you
get
like- pause.
yeah. I don't get too exotic off of y'all. Can eat all that exotic meat. I ain't eating no exotic meat. If it get past extra sausage, I'm not. If that shit get past sage sausage, I'm not fucking with it. If it get past maple sausage, I'm not fucking with it. I don't get too deep in the meat.
Sage sausage.
Yeah. You know, sage Tennessee Pride or whatever the down on the farm, the good sausage your grandmama used to make. You had to cut it froze just to cook it right. I don't get too deep in the meats. I don't pass turkey and chicken. That's it.
Oh my God, man.
So what did you do when you was out there with the band? Because we have to remember our star. People that watch the Chocolate Gumbo podcast, remember your fucking star. I don't care if you go to work every day. I don't care if you hustle every day. You're a fucking star. You are a star at doing you. I don't care how up or down you get on your journey. If you look at what you've been doing, you are a star. Like I do comedy, and I forget that people know me and that laugh they get from me be important. This young lady right here does hair. She makes people literally make them beautiful. They go to her looking like Freddy Krueger, come out looking like her. Like, I want to look like you. Okay, come on, Shrek. Come on, Shrek. Sit down. And she sell houses. So she'll take you literally from your mama's house to your own house and get you a deal. You get a year plan, get your credit right, deposit right, and you will be going from Amazon to a crib. This man right here is a star. When I say a world-class entertainer, star, singer, music, like this man here. So what was you out with the gold band doing?
So we was out there. Okay, one of the things I do, I perform at a lot of weddings.
Mhm.
So which is a pretty cool thing. A lot of people, some people do funerals. I get to see people celebrate
You do
life.
weddings,
I do weddings. So it's pretty cool. So it's like, do you have the stigma with wedding singing when you back in the day? It was kind of like a corny kind of thing. But we made it like real life concerts. So it's like we have like some of the best cats doing it, some of the best musicians, and we're covering like everything from Bruce Springsteen to Biggie Smalls and Tupac, like all just mixed together. So it's a pretty cool band. And we went out to Connecticut and did a nice little wedding out there, man. And came back, and we came.
You flew out there, or they flew you out? You got flued out?
We got flued out.
Nigga, this nigga got flued out to sing, okay?
That's because he's somebody.
I'm trying to tell y'all, remember your style. Don't you be humble, be humble. Don't ever be bold and brash and bragging on your style. But remember your style. There's some star in your eyes. People get dulled out. Don't ever get dulled out.
Yeah, you're right. It was pretty dope. We came back Sunday, but the important thing about my weekend is my dad's 80th birthday.
80, Lord.
My dad is actually 80 today, the day we are actually shooting today.
Nice.
But over the weekend, we celebrate his birthday Sunday when we got back. And he has a church.
Mhm.
So I'm a PK.
PK kid.
Yeah, I'm PK. He had a
Happy
church.
80th birthday, Dad.
Hey, Dad, I'm your other son. It's time to tell the truth.
He coming to the brunch.
And I bet y'all look like
week.
everybody
Oh,
in the
show up for me,
brunch.
Dad.
I bet you like, ain't that Clarice's son? No, I'm your son, sir. Happy birthday. I'm the gift.
I'm a point him.
Surprise.
I'm gonna point him out to you because he gonna be there for the first set. So I'm gonna point him out.
Oh, he coming to my job? You coming to my job, Dad? Oh man, you better not point your daddy out. You better not.
Crack up, man.
I'm telling you, Dad, because I'm gonna bring my mama and we're gonna settle this once for all. Because this nigga look too much like me not to be my brother. Okay, forget y'all.
But I mean, that was really the highlight of my weekend. We celebrating my dad turning 80, man.
That's a blessing, bro.
It's a extreme blessing, and it's like, to me, it's like I just lost my mom 3 years ago. So kind of it in one feeling, it's like you still hurting for that, but then it's like you appreciative more of this. It's like, man, Dad, you made it to 80. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you thought about it. Nobody, who thinks we all want to be get to 80, but it's like
I'm having a hard enough time being 44, brother. Okay. I live at my mother's house. All right. She said I can't bring nobody over there unless she meet them first. I don't know her. She told me her name was Nene. That's all I know. Talking about what's her middle name? I don't know it. What church she go to? She doing something else this Sunday, Mom. Okay. I don't know if she went to church today. We finna do something else. We finna do something else.
Dang, you back at mama's at 44. We gotta talk about
Do
that.
you wonder why I can't give my all to nobody no more? You wonder why I can't give my all to nobody? Girl, if you'll get your ass out of here. This is what happens when you give your all to someone.
Hey,
and you give it all to there's nothing left. Then you have nothing left.
There's nothing wrong with being that mama.
All I got is about 17 pair of new shoes. That's all I got.
See, I promise you, I would do it too. Yeah, I promise you, I'll do it. Then
I Google this nigga house. The whole value come up. I'm like, you know what? I need to do some push-ups or something because I'm not living life right. Because this heifer want me to pay her $1,500 a month. What am I going to move out with? What am I going to save with? What am I ever going to get my house if I'm giving you $1,500 a month to stay in the house that my grandmama died and left for us? Oh, I'm joking. That's the joke part.
Oh, I was about to
well,
say,
damn, nigga, you going in on the podcast today.
Everybody was like, we don't want to say nothing.
That's the joke part. Relax. Unpucker your butts, everyone.
Laughter is good.
Remember, this is the internet. This is pre-recorded. This all happened when it was just us at the table. So when you laughing, just remember, you've been laughed. You just laughing right now. All right, what's the first topic? While we making me look like I ain't shit.
Man, okay. Well, we was talking about internet stuff. Ain't you an internet person?
Hell
hey,
no.
You
She
know
do
what?
not be on the internet. She too busy being fine.
You know what? You are an internet person for real, because you want to keep us abreast. I'm just gonna tap in when I need to. What's going on today?
Well, I'm on the internet all the time, and right now, trying to transition to an internet personality and have my videos flowing at the millions on the internet is really hard. But it's valuable because Kebab, I don't want to Kabi Lame reported to making $750,000 per TikTok post.
Per post?
Dollars. We ain't talking about no views. We talking about his video smacking so hard on TikTok. He's giving $750,000 per post, according to him.
That's crazy.
$750,000.
So it says Black Excellence, the world most famous TikToker. What's his name again?
Kabi Lame.
Now earns $750,000. It is per post on TikTok.
Per post.
What we doing, y'all? What we doing? What era
I'm about to get on TikTok. I don't know.
The internet is the new
I'm about
king.
to start my TikTok while we talking right now.
The internet is the new king.
Let me go see.
The internet is the new king. The internet is the king.
And that is king.
That's Super Bowl commercial money right there. And you supposed to post 3 times a day. So this mug posts 3 posts a day. That's $1 million. That's a bunch of what I'm telling you. Internet is the new king. The Meet Me Outside girl. Y'all remember Meet Me Outside girl off of Dr. Phil? Catch Me Outside. Catch Me Outside. Her OnlyFans is pulling $60 million a year.
Hold on.
She showed her taxes, sir.
For $60 million.
$60 million a year just for her OnlyFans. Her OnlyFans account that you got to pay $20 a month.
So
800,000 people paying her $20 a month.
so this my thing. This my thing.
Okay, talk to me.
The way it's looking with TikTok and just like Instagram and just social media,
it's
all
Instagram.
Of that,
it's TikTok,
you got to be
YouTube.
active on social media because you're making money. People making more money. Like, okay, Instagram is a new strip club now. Not OnlyFans. I'm sorry. OnlyFans is a new strip club, is pretty much what you're telling me. And TikTok and a lot of comedians are mad. Like old school comedians are mad at newer comedians like this on the internet because the money they make. And they thinking they lying. Some of them be thinking they lying. Somebody they getting residuals. You heard the thing about with Face on Love? Faison Love was mad. I guess he was talking about Country Wayne.
Oh yeah.
You heard about that?
I remember that low key, but Country Wayne is making per post when your posts get in the millions, then it's like 8.2 million, and every time you post something, it's 8.2 million. I don't know the money breakdown, but you get money, and then your the interest value of your algorithm. So you can post you sneezing and get 1 million views.
I mean, that's literally all this dude is doing. When I look at his TikTok,
hold on, that's what you ain't never seen.
I'm just like, what?
The dude, he started by the old Charlie Chaplin, not saying nothing, just doing. He would show something stupid and then go, because the TikTok will show you all the complicated ways to store spices and stuff like that. Then he'll just do some stupid stuff and go. But he did it to the point to where it was busting. You feel me? Because it's YouTube is the biggest one. Nobody really know that. YouTube is the biggest one. And then it's TikTok and Instagram fighting for top dog. Facebook, Snapchat. YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram right there. Facebook. And there's probably more that I don't know about, but I know it's Facebook, Snapchat, like that. And that's how I'm approaching it. Like, I want to get a YouTube page, but I'm building content on my Instagram, putting that to TikTok and see how it relates to each other. Can't touch YouTube till you already got some juice right here.
Seriously?
I'm doing it like that, but people do it. It's strategic. That's why you get a digital marketing manager or a social media specialist, and then you give them your content and they arrange it to where it hits your algorithm best and tell you what they need when they. That's all I need right now.
Hey, y'all, find y'all lane and post and get some money.
Man,
okay.
Because it can bring you money and you can take money away.
Talking about taking money away.
What they say about Tiffany Haddish and what they say?
I wasn't gonna say you threw that out there.
I mean, the scandal, so-called scandal, she posted that what did it say? It took all her gigs
and
away?
she lost all her gigs over a sexual harassment lawsuit
that
she
got dropped.
Actually settled outside of court.
I don't know.
So what
they're
saying?
I don't know if she settled.
They said the naysayers said.
I ain't gonna say what the naysayers said. The naysayers. The case got dropped. Somehow it's dropped.
She said all my gigs are gone.
She can take that hit though. She can recreate it. Oh yes, Tiffany Haddish is a big enough person right now. With all over the last 6 years, she's a multi-million-dollar comedian, actress, and personality. So she can take that hit and recreate herself and move away from it. Okay. That's getting out in front of it. What they're doing is getting out in front of it.
But see, that's why she settled outside of court, so she can actually kind of disappear in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for real. Like, I mean, when I think about it, I'm not one that like in social media all the time, but when I think about what the naysayers said, and I love Tiffany Haddish. I saw her when I was living in LA in person. But anywho, she wanted to just kind of like, hey, I'm finna set out of court. We ain't finna air all my business. I'm sorry, I ain't say that, but I said it. We ain't finna air all my business. And then, I can go ahead and like dip back a little bit and then dip back in, which y'all don't really know the whole truth. Like, but again, if that's how she had to do it to save herself, then hey, save herself. I'm all for it.
Long as I'm gonna say this, she's okay. She was gonna get a hit regardless because of what was moving forward. But long as she's okay that it's not being still pursued and it's not like, hey, I'm trying to. It's more like
it's dropped with prejudice. It's dropped with prejudice to say you can't pursue it no more. So they cannot.
They can't. It can't come back up.
That's BS because we see a lot of.
They can find a way to do it.
They did it with R. Kelly.
However, they just did this one. They can't. They're gonna have to come in with a different angle.
But did you see the video that was out there? I couldn't even.
The video was bogus. The video was bogus, but we do know that it was. It's not nothing to be joking about. It's not a funny matter at all, but we knew that the purpose of them doing that video was supposed to be a joke. We all know that, but we know that wasn't funny. But the point of the matter is, it wasn't like it was a surveillance of him in the house with the kid doing that on some for real stuff. I think he was trying, we all know they was on a set, even though it's bogus. I'm not trying to justify that at all.
I was trying to figure that out, but I hear you. Okay, they were on the set. Okay. So, but why in your mind that you feel like that's something appropriate to joke about?
It would not be something appropriate. That was the whack part about it. I don't think that was I don't know what that was, but clearly it was beyond Tiffany and your dude Aries. It was beyond them. They had a whole production team.
Okay.
Somebody had to be the cameraman. Somebody was the director.
That's true.
It was a team behind that. They was in the studio.
Someone edited the footage.
Somebody edited the footage. So let's not act like it was just those two people. Everybody that was involved in that should have been in trouble.
Somebody
that
approved the edits.
Right. Now, somebody did make the right choice by not putting it out, obviously, but it was somebody's idea. And somebody's like, gave the green light. Somebody, damn near, I want to say somebody funded it.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, like,
and maybe she's even like, hey, it's a check. So.
We know, like in Hollywood, people shoot stuff and pilots and people still get paid. The cameraman get paid. Now, if the thing don't get out, it just don't come out. But people shooting pilots or ideas, they still get paid for the work they did. So it's like it's a whole team of people, and we just not hearing about it. Not from anybody that was working on that staff. We heard about it from the kids.
The only thing I said was this: it wasn't even funny. Like you could see if a joke was too offensive but hilarious. You feel me? Or hilarious but too offensive. This was hurtful, offensive, and not funny. So it wasn't even the fact that would he be even given the opportunity that had been funny. You feel me? So it's like, and that shit can either ruin you or break you or make you move away from it and extreme. Because I'm sure Tiffany Haddish, I don't know nothing about Tiffany Haddish and her star rising, but I'm sure with her background that she's reportedly said the rough upcoming that she's had situation to situation, I'm sure she giving back to the kids in the community and was all before this and after this, especially now after this, just pour into communities where kids are underserved and do the improv classes and pay for them to go to college and just do the work to make up for something that was just a video.
Yeah.
Something that was just bad, taboo, like material. Move away from that by doing really good. She'd be fine.
So what you think about Aries though?
Aries was already down here before this. Aries, this is the second strike on his back end of his career. Aries Spears was when Kevin Hart and D-Ray did that Shaquille O'Neal where all of them blew up right after. Aries was the man before them niggas. Aries was the man before them with the impressions and the Jay Leno and Aries Spears was really on the rise for a minute. And it seems I'm not gonna say a darkness about him because he was on Mad TV. Remember Mad TV?
Yeah,
he was on before niggas was even getting on. Really,
he
was on TV when nobody else was really on TV doing jokes. So that's what old boy Key and Peele, Mad TV. That's when we was still teenagers. Mad TV was busting. So he been in the business for a minute, and to see someone at the end of their career, for me, knowing we almost the same age, and my career is just finally about to get on that level to where I can be box office and be in front of people that matter, that can make my career go farther and do bigger shows and get on. I'm at that point now, so it's hard for me to look at him at this point where he is attacking Lizzo because Lizzo is winning for the same shit that they told him about. The same stuff that they told him down about when comedy was changing over and he was getting pushed to the side for gigs. Oh, you're overweight. Don't look at you. What, you can't go to Hollywood like that. Now Hollywood is accepting Lizzo for that. She can wake her ass out at the Lakers game because she the hottest chick in the country.
But at the end of the day, it's what he put out though. He's getting what he put out. Aries always been a jerk. He always been a controversial type guy, and he always liked it being on the edge. That's his whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Even with his funny, everything was about being on the edge. Everything was about saying the craziest stuff, or that's his all. If you to me, what everything I've seen, like the work that I've seen him do, or interviews, or anything, he likes that. He likes a challenge. To me, that's why he did the little child molester thing. He was trying to be funny, and he was trying to show like, I'm so cold, I'm gonna take this that's bogus and make it funny. Because he was trying to act like almost like the Bill Cosby kind of, he gave the Bill Cosby kind of little face, little thing in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's Aries being Aries, thinking that he's such a genius. because it's arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Here, I'm such a genius. So I'm gonna take this and make this funny. It's like, dude, how you no?
Yeah.
Some people
That takes a level of arrogance to think that you're that funny to talk about this that nobody else that came before wouldn't even do.
some people should be more humble, and some people should be less humble. You hear me? Some people should be a little more. When he was talking about Lizzo, bro, Lizzo could buy you right now and have you wearing Lizzo outfits. Lizzo, you done kiss niggas in a skit to go to Hollywood and still not get a deal. Did you see the pool shit?
Yeah.
So you done kiss niggas to get on to finally make that break. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be on. And you kissed and still in the same position as a lot of comedians still trying to get a break. But you done had your break already and you on the back nine. And you still Ari Spears. You still your jokes are still funny. You got some all-time classic jokes, but where, like you said, what energy are you telling them in now from all the shit you done did and the places you done been? That's why I say treat people on the way up. Because on the way down, them people gonna look at you like, oh yeah, it's you again. Remember? Yeah. What if he'd have shitted on, not to say he did, but what if he'd have shitted on niggas like Kevin Hart? On the way up, Kevin Hart is up and coming. He treated Kevin Hart like he wasn't shit. Now Kevin Hart, the nigga bigger than you ever could have been. Talking about Lizzo, bro. Why would you talk about Lizzo?
It's karma coming back.
Your career
It's
ain't where you
so
want it to be. But you can't, if you talk about Lizzo.
I mean, but he went in, bro, on Lizzo.
From some dark ass
and
energy, bro.
But I listened to the interview. The dude didn't even like mention anything about appearance. He asked about her music. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
That was a little clickbait, bro. People ask people stuff for click factor because you already know that's a trigger. Whoever asked that question, bro, I'm not gonna say, in my opinion, to me, it seems like you already knew his opinion and just was inching him towards the candy when you know he just couldn't just eat one. He gonna eat about 4-5 of them peppermints. You kind of pushed him to that because how he just busts out like that, bro. Like somebody that is that visceral in their opinion about something or someone was already feeling like that.
So you think, dude, they already knew he had his opinion, so they just want him to say that. Why? So why a random question to Lizzo and to him? Is he dating Lizzo? Is Lizzo his cousin? Why are you asking him about Lizzo?
Because when somebody is that like this is the difference between dying from a stabbing. If someone was to stab someone once in the neck, luckily caught an artery and died, damn, we don't know why them stabbed them. But when people stab somebody 71 times, break a knife, go get another knife and stab them, that shit was intentional. You've been waiting to do that. You've been holding that in your heart. And you ain't never wanted to stab grandmama up, but you've been thinking about stabbing grandmama up for 17 years, and she finally fuck around and you stab her 95 fucking times, break the knife in her skull. You've been wanting to do that. That was on your heart already. You didn't just stab somebody 75 times because your arm got tired. One comedian said your arm gonna get tired. You got to switch hands and stab from the other side. So it's like he wanted to say that. He felt that about her. And in my opinion, I don't know Ari Spears. That's why I can't speak on his real personality. I don't know Lizzo, but the way he was speaking on it, it seems like from the Mad TV days to now, everything that they're praising her for and holding her in the highest regard is exactly what they told him down about. And he can't even understand how the world changed. Just like me, I'm a stand-up comedian, started on the stand-up stage. Lil Rel was the first comedian to ever put me on stage, and I was a stand-up comedian on a stage. But now the stage has changed to the internet, to the podcast. So that's our 2-minute clock. Okay, phone, damn. So I have to adjust. I have to not only be funny on stage, but now the name that I buzz on this phone can get me to more stages than just my funny can. So that's where I'm at because I've been at work in a safe place. You know what I'm saying? So
just to tap in a little bit on that, like we just literally got to pay attention to change because when you when you see, look how Uber just swept in and lifts with the whole changing of the way we
you can't find the cab
drive around. We used to be in a cab service or whatever, but then they just changed the game because guess what? The cab services was sleeping. They wasn't paying attention to the world changing.
And they were racist as hell too. And drive past real black ass to go pick up some white folks.
This part, but for real, if you're gonna take anything out of what we're talking about today, pay attention to change because we always got to stay on top or ahead of the game so we can continue to succeed on some real stuff, like for real. Don't be the cabs and then the Uber drivers. You know, the Uber drivers up here and the cab drivers trying to figure out how to get back up here. Too late, you lost.
But Also, the internet comes in handy because it helps. It's I don't know how the gossip magazines is making it because we get all the gossip first. Now that the man done cheated on Nia
The
Long.
internet, yeah.
Oh my god.
The man done cheated on Nia.
It's these phones. People out here watching
Well,
watching you everywhere in the corner. Like,
did y'all hear the breakdown? Did y'all hear what happened?
What is the man's name? Because I can't
I
pronounce
I
it.
think it's Ime Udoka.
Sound like something you catch in your feet.
So I think he's African. He's an ex NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
So he was coaching the Boston Celtics, but the situation was that he only coached 1 year, took him to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
The situation was that he messed with a female in personnel,
Mhm.
right? There were different female personnel that people on it because the internet pulling up. Is this person? These people are married or situation. So they're like, hey, nah. So it came a thing that they had to kind of protect it. So it found out that the woman that he was sleeping with
Mhm.
was the vice president of basketball operations wife.
The vice op, the wife.
That's crazy.
So
she
you
worked.
creeping
So
in the
she
next
was the
room.
travel agent for the team. And but this the issue. So me looking to the story, I seen Stephen A talk about it, different personalities. So he was kind of upset, like, man, you know what? In all sports, no matter the sport, company, whatever, this stuff happens all the time. Now, if you're gonna fire him, by all means fire. But you putting him out here like that to suspend him and just breaking the story out, he thought it was kind of cheesy. And then he was like, well, then why are you protecting the woman if you're gonna put him out? So it was another reporter, Malika Andrews.
Mhm.
She got mad at the idea of saying, well, he shouldn't have to put the woman out. But I feel like if two grown people cheating and you try to basically they put it out that he did this, trying to shame him, but they wanted to not say nothing about the woman because it's the vice president's wife.
But where's she at? Like, who is she?
But
Like,
she ain't getting
seriously,
punished.
That's not fair.
Okay, thank you.
I agree with that.
She's not getting punished. They're not trying to tell her name. And they blasted him. They gave him a year suspension. She should be suspended.
Hold on 1 second, though. She's the only one that cheated. Let's keep it real.
How's she the only one?
Wait. Let me make my point. They're married by the law to death do part. Him and Nia just glorified glowing together. The engagement is not a marriage. I'm not. Wait. What I'm saying is a regular relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, or fiance and fiance relationship is not a married relationship. So technically, legally, she's the only one that broke a commitment that's bonded by the law and God. He just.
I got something to say on
Let
this.
me finish. And he just broke a promise to you, gonna be the only woman I'm in my life. And I promise that I want to marry you and be with you forever. You and only you. He broke a promise. She broke a law binding document. She went against the document.
Broke the law and she broke a covenant.
And he broke a promise.
Okay, so here's one thing. I'm very rational when I think. You know how they sit here and say like common law marriages and stuff? Like I'm about to say shit. But listen.
That's after 20 years.
How long have they been together?
Not 20 years.
Okay, so it don't even matter. When you decide, like seriously, and it's something you spoke on last time, but I didn't tap into it. But here's my thing. He met somebody that he felt like he wanted to commit to.
Absolutely.
And he said that, hey, we engaged, whatever. They ain't got me. I think they didn't get married because Nia Long says she doesn't believe in marriages, but whatever.
Absolutely.
However that goes, you made a commitment
absolutely
to someone to be exclusive.
Absolutely.
It's called exclusivity.
Absolutely.
So why do it take a piece of paper for you to sign before you feel like you cheated? Like that makes no sense to me. Like, no. If we're gonna go about law and being committed to somebody, it's not like you said you want an open relationship. We out here, we doing us. Nobody gotta know what we doing. We doing us. That's one thing. Whatever you got between the two of y'all, that's fine. But obviously they didn't because it's out in the news and they finna break up over it. He still cheated. It doesn't matter if you married or if you committed. You still cheated.
You done? Are you
I'm gonna
done?
let you say what you got to say.
I'm gonna let
but
RJ
I
come
don't
in
feel
because I'm
like
still winding up. No,
a signature on
see,
a piece of
because
paper.
do you
Okay.
see?
It
Do you
means
see how
something,
fast they turn it
but
around,
at the
fellas?
same
Do you see how
time,
fast? If you really want me, then you gonna
I got
marry
something
me.
for you.
You
No,
gonna
I got
marry
something
me.
for
If
you.
you really want me, you gonna marry me. But if you cheat, it don't matter if we got no paper. Wait a minute, man. It cannot be both.
That ain't what I said.
That's what you just said. That's why she needed to be on this, because there's so many ladies that are delusional behind her thinking that we got to clear y'all asses up real quick.
I feel that
He the married one in the group, y'all.
I am married.
Happily, hold on, happily married. My
Happily,
sister is
thank
happy.
God. We
He
got
happy.
some black
She
happily
happy.
married people over here. But
I
yes,
I do feel where she's coming from, but technically, what Keith said is right.
we're gonna talk technical, okay?
Because this
Technically,
men are logic. Men are
Because
logic. Men are not emotional.
if you're gonna be
Technically
technically, her cheating was worse than that's boyfriend and girlfriend. She's married.
Okay.
So regardless, there's two different families, and both people are wrong, right? Now, who's to say that Nia Long and the coach, I don't want to keep saying his name, the coach, they didn't have that kind of open relationship.
Right.
Maybe that's what they had going on.
Rule
We'll
number one.
see if she leaves, then they didn't. If she stayed, then it's obviously something.
They got a
was-
child together. They have a
You
child
know?
together, so they pretty serious.
All people. Rule number one. I don't care if you're black, you're a
I'm Mia
woman,
Duco.
you a child. I mean, not a child, but if you any grown person and you have a job, don't fuck where you eat. Don't shit where you eat.
Hey, you trying to tell people how to cheat?
Do not
That's what you got
have
out of it?
a meaningful
Okay.
linkship or sex with friends. Do not have something where both of y'all work and y'all predominant people in the company. Now, if I deliver pizza, yeah, I can mess with the cashier. If I deliver pizza for Pizza Hut and the cashier like me and the cashier can go out because I'm barely in the store. I'm in and out. Hey, let's kick it when we get off work. But if you're the head coach of a National Basketball Associated affirmed team, one of the most classic teams in the league, Boston Celtics, 17 million. You get as much as you get more. Your salary is more than some players. Is getting paid less than you. I don't care if. Go fuck somebody at the Utah Jazz, okay? Because
Y'all seen the picture of the girl?
the Celtics organization is off limits to you. I don't care. Ain't that much money in the world. She ain't that attracted to you. No, nobody in the world should be messing up your income for no chick or no sex or no link or no friendship or no nothing. Like, no, do not. You gonna get caught up quicker. I'm not saying don't cheat, just don't do it right there. You're gonna get caught up quick, and especially if the sex is good over 40, motherfuckers catching feelings. Let's talk about that. If the sex is banging over 40, if the people are too clean and the sex is really good, you're gonna commit some kind of cool ship. Then the cool ship go to a friendship, but y'all still fucking.
But you gotta start somewhere before you get to the sex.
Wherever they started spending time and looking in each other's eyes was that's where they should have stopped at right there.
I'm gonna say what it's about. When we older and we realize it's about vibes, energy, and connection. When you got a real vibe and a real energy and a connection with somebody, that's more meaningful than anything. And that's what y'all should be afraid of. Sometimes we get into these situationships for all different type of reasons. But when you find niggas cheat or chicks cheat because they ain't vibing what they made. It's no vibe, it's no energy, it's no connection. When you got a true, I don't believe in soulmates or anything like that, but I do believe in a connection. And we can connect with many different people. I do believe that as well. But sometimes there's something missing. And when you have a vibe and an energy and a connection with somebody, that drives more than anything else.
And you shouldn't be vibing and connecting with nobody you work with.
That part. But you ain't gonna know.
Because
if your connection ain't right at home,
then
why you looking for another connection outside of home?
She done signed a whole contract to be with this person and stepped out of that to be with somebody that's about to sign a contract. But contract probably got ripped up now.
Yeah, that's a crazy situation. He got a kid. I'm pretty sure I don't see they getting divorced. And what's funny is it's like dude was a VP of the operation and he was trying to punish him without punishing his wife. I thought that was whack. It's like, number one.
Oh, so that's the boss.
Yeah, he's the boss.
You done mess with the supervisor wife. How dumb can
He the VP of a basketball operation. So he's the vice president to the general manager.
That good. I done had some of the best. I can't even look at the camera right now. I done had some of the bestest. I can't keep talking about this coochie in this man's house because his wife had. But boy, when I say ain't nan one of them been worth having sex with my boss wife, and I'm a multi-million-dollar high-profile head coach, and you the boss's wife though. But they probably was into that though. They just somebody else called them.
You're talking. I'm gonna give you this scenario because at the end of the day, the women really hold the key to that, and I'm gonna break down this why. Because you wouldn't pursue that. You wouldn't pursue it, right? But if it came around the corner to you,
come on, RJ. I was about to say, come on, RJ. Speaking.
Then
No,
that's a different situation.
No.
Now that's you though. That's
I'm suspicious. I'm very suspicious, and I don't trust people off top. That's me personally. I don't trust people, so I'm thinking it's a setup anyway. Because ain't no way this motherfucker's wife want me. No, it's a setup. You trying to set me the fuck up. I don't trust you.
It's a little different when it's a little different when it's, and I ain't trying to be funny. It's a little different because it's black and white. Because then it could be you, the black guy that she wants.
Bro, I'm engaged to Neil Long. If I'm engaged to Neil Long, okay, even if I'm engaged to Neil Long and our relationship ain't where I want it to be, okay, and I'm horny and lonely and longing, and minutes later been looking into each other's eyes, she been pinching me on my ass for 2 years. I'm not putting.
We all get vulnerable. Somebody caught somebody in a vulnerable state.
Clearly, somebody did it. I don't see him like as being. This is what I'm saying. Somebody was the aggressor. Somebody had to be.
I'm gonna stay off the internet because I'm like,
somebody has to really know, bro.
Somebody has to be the aggressor. Somebody had to be the aggressor.
And
it's two people that's in situations. Somebody had to be the aggressor.
That part.
Somebody had to be the aggressor. So with that being said, I don't see him being the aggressor. I don't see him going and be like, hey, I know you the VP's wife, but babe, I want that. I don't see him saying that.
You know the real controversy though, right?
What?
People saying that women out here thinking they too fine to get cheated on. That's the real black Twitter talk. That's the real black Twitter talk. People out here saying, see, ladies,
naive
y'all
women
out
need
here
to stop that thinking. I'm gonna tell you that. Stop it. Cause can I say what can I say? Listen,
we in this woman's house.
Hey, for real. And I'm a woman and I'm such a realist. Like everybody got a pussy. I'm sorry, excuse me, a coochie, a juicy box, whatever you want to call it.
Male, female parts.
You know what? It's so many of us out here. We really need to stop thinking that man's gonna be better than the next. Like, what else are you offering? Because at the end of the day, we all out here offering that. You know what I'm saying? And somebody else is always gonna be somebody else. It's always gonna be something better. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not ever finna be the chick that, hey, mine is better than yours, or I'm putting on you like this. Nah, I'm gonna give you my genuine self, and whoever I am, whatever my energy is, hopefully it connects with you. Y'all need to stop thinking that because that ain't gonna get that man. That ain't gonna get that man. You can flip him, you can rub him, you can lick him, you can suck him, you can do all of that stuff that the next woman gonna do, maybe better or worse. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of women, and I'm a woman, but I'm tired of hearing these stories of women thinking, let me just put it on him, I'm gonna win him. No, it's a lot of women. Look, I'm looking directly in the camera, okay? It's a lot of women out here thinking the same thing. What's really gonna make you different from the next? For real.
I mean, the idea is all an ego thing. The idea of the people talking about who is getting cheated on and all that stupid stuff. The fact of the matter is that when you really dive in it, the cheating is really the problem with the person. It's really not, and people take it as something with them, but to me, it's a direct reflect of the person that's doing the cheating. It's an issue with them.
RJ, come on.
I mean, you feel that way? I mean, that's my perspective.
But you gotta learn how to be real with yourself to even know what it is that you hadn't, that you can't be real with, for you to feel like you gotta go out here and cheat and get it somewhere else.
I heard a few prolific sound bites about this, but the one that really touched me the most, it was one of the internet pastors.
Overtime, but this is good.
One of the pastors that's a real pastor, but be posting prolific sound bites on the internet. I forgot which one. He said, see, the problem is you think you can stop cheating all of a sudden. when you get in a relationship and you've been stopped cheating, that's when you're not gonna cheat. Everybody's tasted the fruit of another while they supposed to be faithful to born one. But while you out here dicking them down, you ain't gonna all of a sudden meet one woman and I ain't gonna cheat on her. You didn't already stop fucking. You didn't already stop fornicating and fucking frivolously out here to cleanse yourself and find yourself in a space where it'll be good for you to be nurtured by one person. Because all niggas don't cheat. If all chicks don't cheat, all cats don't cheat. But see, the cheating is come down for why we cheating. There we go. Why are you cheating? It's not for sex. It may not even be for the thrill of sex. Sometimes it's just for peace and respite. Peace.
Now I'm gonna agree with you on
peace.
That.
Because related, if we married for 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14 years, it's so much stress entangled into our connection that we haven't untangled. If you're not the type of, you know what I'm saying, people that untangle, we don't let stress come between us. We gonna settle this tonight and we gonna make love, go out and celebrate each other. And I'm gonna root for you and root for me type shit. And get our money together, finance together, credits together, travel together, support all that shit. When y'all doing that, there's no room for anything else to please you. There's no room for anything else to serve you. But when you stress the fuck out, and then I come home and I'm stressing you out because I'm already stressed, right? And our communication is off. Then you get irritated because it's day after the day and we ain't did nothing about it. So now you stressed out with me because you can't get no peace in me. I can't get no peace in you.
Hey, we speaking some real shit over here. That's why y'all need to keep tapping in the chocolate gumbo because we're going to throw it in the pot and make sure y'all understand.
And get what you need. You can get what you need right here.
It to you. And it's just
100,000 other podcasts.
It's so many, you know what? We're gonna have to revisit this because there's so many layers. There's so many layers to that.
Yes,
I promise you. This ain't gonna be the last time we talk about this. We definitely got to talk about just the levels of why you cheat, and that's just a whole nother show. We just gonna.
Oh, you want to know why? Hold on, let me look at the camera.
I don't even know if we can tap in.
I don't know about ladies, but they say, why do men cheat? Look at me closely. Men cheat because air is invisible. Because water is wet. We don't know why. Do you blink
that's some real shit right
how many times you blink a day? You don't know. Are you inhaling or exhaling right now? You have no idea. That's what I'm saying.
And for women, we cheat because we looking for something that our mate ain't giving us. We know why.
It's either compliments,
we gonna tap in
a consideration. It can be speaking the language. It can be a hey, how you doing? Did you eat today? The smallest shit make a woman be like, you know what? What do you do? What are you doing, dude? So
that's because
and hold on, Coochie can't do that.
With ourselves.
Coochie can't do that.
Y'all need to find out what y'all in tune with because we definitely, as women, we are in tuned with ourselves. But God made us that way.
Ladies,
that's how we birth.
Coochie can't do it, and fellas, a big booty and a smile and all the hips in the world and all the fine in the world won't do it. You got to find somebody that's real for real, and what you do don't affect them because this is already who they was.
Oh, I could have.
Y'all didn't think Big Keith was deep too, huh? Y'all think Big Keith was just on bullshit? No, I just don't really be talking about it. I don't go on the internet and talk like that because I know everything I say will be in somebody comedy special on their page with a bigger following. Then I'm over here. Then I'm a little over here. No, I'm gonna make y'all wait for it.
Well, since we talking about cheating and relationships, I'm gonna pose a question. All right, can we? Because we all like entrepreneurs and artists and all that. Can you really pursue love and pursue your dreams at the same time? Full-fledged, like honestly,
we ain't talking about already in love though. We're not talking about already in love though, right?
No,
because already in love, y'all already a partnership.
We already a partnership. I mean, I have my perspective on it. I give it, but that's just the question. You can throw a little bit piece of everything in there. I don't know who wanted to start first.
I'm gonna start speaking only because I'm on both sides.
How many hats do you wear first? Let's start from your perspective first. How many hats do you wear? What is your 7-day a week like trying to make your life possible?
Let me tell you.
How do you pay your bills? Like, what do you do?
First off, I'm a hairstylist and I'm a real estate agent. That's in my profession. But I'm also a mom, a grandma. I'm a auntie, cousin, uncle, auntie, and I'm active in all of those. I'm not an uncle. I'm sorry.
I was about to say you an uncle too. Wait a minute now.
But every situation that you can name that in regards to a family connection, the family tree, I'm that, and I'm active in it. I love to be a part of my nieces, my nephews' lives, my aunt, my mom, my aunties, my uncles, everybody. I'm tapping into everything, so I wear many hats. And as far as the relationship part goes,
Because you pursuing love. Let's be honest.
I
You
am
pursuing.
pursuing love and I want my person. I really, really do. I've been married twice. I have. And those situations, then I don't like to call them situations because they were experiences. Those experiences didn't really work out. The first marriage didn't work out only because we grew apart. The second marriage, it was some other things that happened that we could have been great together, but we allowed certain things in life to not make us great. But at the same time, I can speak on the aspect that or the topic that you're giving in regards to on the level of just looking for love. Um, Let me start when I had love. And because when I had love, the reason why we're not together is because we were still pursuing a career and things that happened right financially that led us to a divorce.
Okay, let's step into that, because what it takes to pursue a goal or a career and what it takes to pursue love occupies the same energy.
It does.
So that situation probably was right where y'all left it, because you pursuing this and he pursuing that, and y'all can't pursue each other. Y'all was married though, right?
But yes, I honestly felt like we can do it all and just grow together. I really did. Maybe my naive self, because I could be naive.
So in your experience, that particular in that the way that was situation was set up, it didn't work.
It did
Was
not.
y'all doing that before y'all got married too, or was y'all all the way so into each other that nothing else matter?
No, if we were never all the way into each other that nothing else mattered. Maybe in my mind we were, in his it wasn't. But I literally got to a point where I felt like I was good and almost where I wanted to be. Like I had just opened up my salon. I kept my salon open for about
So
a year
things
and a
were
half.
achieving at that point.
I was
you had
achieving.
chased it so long that it was coming to fruition at that point. So
And I'm not gonna lie, he pushed me. He pushed me to say, "Hey, let's get this storefront over here on 115." And I was like, "No, like I'm more of a planner." So I'm more of a person that's gonna like, let me make this plan. I got a business plan. I want to make sure that we tapping in on all levels. And he pushed me probably sooner than I wanted to be pushed, but he pushed me and we made it happen. I'm gonna say we because we made it happen. It was my vision. He helped me, we made it happen. And once we got that going, we moved away out of town to California. And then I felt like, let me give you the same energy you gave me. Now I'm up and running and doing what I'm doing. Let's go over here. And he's into music. He's a producer. He's into production. All these things. He managed talent. He does concerts. All of this. He showed me so many things on so many levels that I've tapped into. So now I'm like, all right, I got my stuff up and running. I've been open for a little over a year. I'm gonna move over here with you. Let me help you. So now I'm helping him, do what he do. And then, we doing what we do and I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? And then things just start crumbling because, the vision was so big that it was no plan. And then we were just taking hurdles.
So y'all just,
and
y'all
the love
experienced,
was lost.
right. Y'all experienced
line.
business and because, hold on, that's a whole nother topic. See, because once you get married, that's a life event, right? Then most people after they get married get a house. That's another life event on top of a life event. You haven't even had time to adjust to
How
one.
about we never even really tapped into each other? We were so much on the business aspect, but it was definitely love there.
The ambition of
and
being
both
able
of us
to
wanted to help each other, but the love part was just we didn't realize it was lost until it was lost, honestly.
And it's my opinion, in my experience, that you can't, my present day, you can't have full energy in a person because we single now. You know what I'm saying? In past events is different. So if you found somebody that you was really digging on and say your real estate and your hair start booming, like super booming, you can't try to open up another salon, right? And keep your salon running and have a real estate. Then the real estate agency want to make you a manager and have the perfect person sitting here waiting for you to spend time with them and have energy for them. Because then you got to do that, all of that. Then you got to work out, go see your kids, check on this and that, and then it's 11:30, and this person been waiting on you to text them back all day.
But you know what else is key? What you're saying, balance. You got to find that balance. It's BALANCE.
I don't think it's possible right now. Right now in my life, the way my life is set up, because I have so many things. Plates are not even spinning yet. They slowly building up. So
what's more important to you? Do you want both, or are you
right
okay?
Now, I've had everything. At
this age, as we continue to grow
right
in
now,
life,
in this point in my life, I've had all the love that I thought I should have.
Always the key word you just said.
All the love that I thought I should be in. All the things that I did to be in love, I did them. And now I just need to love me. I need to make me the most important, the only important thing. And if the only important thing to me right now is doing podcasts that's going viral, making TV shows that are getting picked up, making movie projects and making series projects, and building my stand-up comedy presence, my internet presence, and all of that pushing through the dirt at once. And then I'm like, damn, where this nigga come from? I've been planting the seeds and doing the watering and waiting and getting better and getting better and getting better and just waiting for my moment. Just because I'm 44 don't mean my moment still ain't coming. So right now, I don't think from all the things that I've done that left me at this point to where I'm still got things patting at the top of the dirt waiting to bud out, I ain't got time, G, to be wasting on love no more. Like I got people in my life that love me. I got things in the life that I want to be in love to do, but everything that I need to be in love is in the dirt right now growing. Because if I don't have these things, if I don't have these things sprouting out the ground, I'm gonna feel completely worthless living at my mama house with not enough money to keep up with a fine motherfucker like you. Like straight up, like real talk. I got enough money now. I got money, but I ain't got enough money to keep up with that big ass BMW you got outside. I can barely keep up with the Chrysler 300. Are you kidding me? So I'm getting all this stuff right here cooking, and there's no way I can give full energy to something that would be.
But the right mate
Don't
gonna
touch me.
understand
Don't touch
that
me.
it's not gonna be
The
full
right
energy.
man,
the
the
right
right
mate,
woman ain't gonna understand none of that
I
shit
said
because
mate.
she gonna want what she want.
We talking about mate.
And if she see me, if she see everything in me that she want, and watching me give 1,000 over here and none to her, she gonna get jealous and be mad.
She ain't gonna want to be with balance because the right mate gonna understand that you're working to achieve something, and she gonna tap in. As long as it's balanced, as long as you're watering this flower over here enough for me to keep pouring the water and flour into your soil, we're gonna be good. It don't have to be 100. Like we know that you're working towards something, I'm working towards something, we feeding each other, and we're gonna let our flowers grow. But I want to ask RJ, like seriously, like you've been married, I think you said a little over 5 years or about 5 years, and you're still an artist, you're achieving, you got goals, you got aspirations, and I'm sure your wife does as well. So with that being said, on the married level, and I want it to continue to grow together, what do you think that you have to do to pour into that to make sure it continue to flower
on all ends, like the career, the marriage, and y'all being a couple? Because the marriage is a title. You feel me?
What I'm learning, even with the marriage, I gotta learn that I have to make sure I pour into me to be able to pour into her, so I can have something to pour. And that's while being married. And then also I gotta just work on little things that, man, she like just do stuff like just try to be more consistent and understanding that this journey is a partnership. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I want to see her win. I tell her about my ideas, my ambitions, my dreams. I tell her about all of that stuff. I just sit up and talk all the crazy thoughts I have. Hey, I want to do this and I'm gonna do this. And she's right there for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I understand both sides of it, but it can't be forced. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta find out that I think a lot of people jump the gun on shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like just finding out, do y'all connect on every level? Can I? You might have some person that y'all might vibe on a business level. That's cool. And you might have a person that y'all vibe on a more intimate level. But when it comes to business, y'all might miss each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes we want to make that person everything that we want them to be. And we miss that. We miss them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can still pursue your dreams and still do that because it's a partnership. I stop myself. Sometimes I feel like I put my excuses on my wife. Oh man, I could have been doing this, but I was doing this. No, I was doing this. It wasn't her fault. You know what I'm saying? If she's gonna be there, she's gonna be there. You can't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? If you go pursue your dreams and I want the same for her. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like it's tough because she's doing stuff and we try to make time, but you make time for what you want to make time for. You know what I'm saying?
Can you just say that one more time?
Yeah, you make time. It's no excuses. Like everybody's running around, everybody's doing a million things, but when you want something bad enough, you make time for what you want to make time for. So you make that time. It's like, all right, I might work nights and stuff like that, but you try to make it cool. Like, hey, I might work overnights. My wife probably feel like that's whack. He sleep during the day, but let me do something. Let me try to, all right, let me make sure we go to breakfast. Let's go out to breakfast. Let that be our thing.
Or just come home with breakfast and flowers. So when she wake up, she like, damn, babe, yeah, this for you.
It's for you. Y'all got y'all little moment, and then it's like it makes her feel better about like you trying to compromise about being in the situation. Every party has to do that, women and men. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know women do it in ways, and then I know there's a lot of men that do it, and there's a lot of women that don't do it as often or as much as they feel they do. Not if you talk to men around here, you know what I'm saying? They love their wives, they love their woman, but they have their complaints just like women do. Now we not as vocal or like emotional or stuff like that. We don't throw down temper tantrums and doing all that. But I mean, that's just really what it is. It's kind of like we just accept what it is. It's an unwritten rule. Like, yeah. It is what it is. And, it's like a man thing. Like, when you realize that's what it is, you don't need complaining about it. You don't need to whine about it. What's this gonna do?
That's true.
It ain't fixing nothing. We are built to figure out the solution. I'm built to figure out the solution, not to just deal with the problem. That's what kids your wife gonna do. They're gonna ask you, and it's like I got to deal with my wife's problem, the kids' problem, everybody else's problem. So it's when it comes to your problem. You can't just be caught up in your problem so much. So everything is like, I got a solution.
I like that soundbite that's on the internet from that old interview from the 1970s with not Eartha Kitt, but it's that pro-black lady and the other famous black journalist. She said, yes, absolutely. I want you to lie to me. He was like, no, but I can't lie to you. You must. She said, you must lie to me. You lie to that cracker when you go down there work. White people, you white man, when you go down, you smile in his face, no, you ain't his guns. Why can't you lie to me? Absolutely. Because when you come home, you stressed out, you acting I'll take the brunt of everything you doing. Lie to me. Yes, absolutely lie to me. Be phony if you have to be, but you have to celebrate the one you with. And that's what I'm saying. Right now, I go too hard. You have to know yourself, first of all, people. Know yourself. Know yourself. Know yourself.
That's majority of the problem. It's not really the person.
Y'all see these two men I'm sitting here with. Because know yourself, majority of the problem.
It's not. It's really that's the majority of the problem. You know yourself, because sometimes we don't know what we want. Then we get this person, we think we want this person, right? But and then I'm saying you don't even know them, and then it's like, okay, then you get to know yourself, like, oh, well, I don't really like this. And now you got this hang up, but then it's like, okay, well, then what real love is. It's like you think about love and it's like God, but it's like you such this unperfected creature that you expect in like God or the universe or your family or anybody else to like love you, even in your faults and your differences or whatever. And it's like that's what it is. That's what love is in a relationship. Understanding like this ain't that. This ain't what I want it to be. I gotta be what I want to be. It's not for me to. It's like you get in love and you won't, and it's like I just dealt with just being transparent. It's like I can't look at my wife and be like, I want you to just break her down, or I wish she was like this, or she got to be like that. It's like, no, what am I like? Am I working on the things for me? Well, I can't be so caught up in that. And it's like if I'm working on the things for me and I'm doing that, then everything will fall in line. That's how you really control everything outside of you, is by controlling yourself or working on the things with you, because you attract everything else. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you got friends or people around you and they lazy or whatever, are you lazy? You probably 9 times out of 10 you probably are, because you're around that.
You don't get in, you don't get out of life what you put in.
You get out. So it's like it starts with you.
You get out of life what you are.
What you absolutely are. And it's like, man, sometimes it's like even being a motivating factor. And it's like, if you decide I'm going to work on myself, you know how that motivates the person that's watching you every day?
Yes.
Like it's like crazy because they see it firsthand. So it's like, man, it's like if my wife just said, you know what? I'm about to start running marathons. She ain't never did that. If she just did it on her own, that would freak me out. Like, whoa.
And then she cold at it.
And it's like, it's gonna make me like, I don't know what I want. I probably ain't gonna run marathons, but I sure wanted to be a bodybuilder. Let me get, it's gonna do that. It's better than you saying something or you getting on the mate. Everybody can point the fingers, but point them at yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that you can have people like, because that's what marriage is. Marriage is a partnership. So it's like, I do believe that you can pursue your dream because y'all supposed to be assisting each other. Like, oh, you want to do that? Hey, that's supposed to be an accountability partner. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about they're not supposed to do the work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they don't. And sometimes people feel like because they in this thing or you in comedy, your wife's supposed to be in comedy. No, she supposed to not. If that'd be cool. If you have a wife in comedy, man, that's great. And it'd be cool if she's in dance and you have nothing to do with that. And it's like that's where you could really see the selflessness. Because now you're helping out with shit that don't have nothing to do with you.
Not at all.
You don't know nothing about dance. That ain't your thing. But I'm for support of my wife and whatever the fuck we need to. What you need to do, we need to get that. Oh man, I'm researching shit because now you figuring out, and she's doing the same thing. That's what the partnership is. When you got somebody that's willing to do that, like with that, that's where it's at. But you got to also just it's with honesty and just knowing the person and if they really vibe with you, all of that stuff included. But
And
you
I
can
go
do
too-
all of that at once.
That's why I said know yourself, because I go too hard. So when I'm all about you, a lot of shit a lot of small details that's gonna make all of this work. It's gonna get lost in the being, you know what I'm saying, with you. And say, okay, I've been with you this whole time, and now my focus must shift to make everything work. I gotta cut your budget. Then when I cut your budget, oh, you don't call me no more. Did you call me today to see where my mental state was at today? Because I got a whole bunch of shit that I'm praying and manifesting and not worried about, but steadily conscious of knowing that the pressure is now, the time is now, the desperation. I feel that shit every fucking day. So I'm not really worried about whatever it take to be in love. I need to make this shit work, or I ain't gonna feel like I love myself. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you got to know yourself. You got to know where you are in life. Be conscious of it. Be honest about it. Because I got too much to do to be worried about you. Ooh, did I say that pimp shit right there,
No,
nigga?
but sometimes you gotta. That's some real stuff. Sometimes you gotta tap into yourself, especially when you've been through some trauma and been through some things in life. Sometimes we do gotta shut the world down or everything else down to tap into ourselves so we can be better for the next. Like for real, for real. So I do believe that that's the process that you are in. You really need to just tap into yourself so you can be better for the next. I don't want you to be judgmental and say what you're not going to give to the next person is actually deserving of it. But from your life experiences and then you knowing that you need to just tone it down or slow it down or just really just like, let me be about me right now. I need some personal time. I need some me time.
Go too hard in another direction.
I need,
fuck up everything.
but you gave the energy. I don't even want to say to the wrong person, but it possibly could have been premature. You gave it to the wrong person at the wrong time, and then you got some benefits out of it. You got your babies, you got some other things, and at the end of the day, your person gonna come. Just don't give up on love, because I do believe that we all have, we live and we die. You know what I'm saying? That's what life is about. And at some point, you're gonna, if you truly want to experience love and that with a person, like, you really got to just tap into yourself. So maybe you just went too hard too soon for the wrong person, and that's the only thing that I can really say in regards to experiences, because I do know that life is a teacher. Life teaches us things, and sometimes, and then we make choices. We choose to be in certain situations. So because I chose to walk down a certain lane, or I chose or thought and saw that something looked good to me, I tapped into it. Maybe that was the right decision, maybe not, but the outcome of it was a lesson, right? So just don't take that lesson and just make it bad for somebody else. Take that lesson and learn for yourself. Get what you need to get out of it. Tune more into yourself and make it great for the next that you can share.
This little
with.
chocolate gumbo girl want me to be in love so fucking bad. No, I'm not giving y'all this. No,
I just don't want you to be.
But ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the person you looking for is you. That's the point I'm trying to make. Sometimes the person you looking for and you beating yourself up about, and you going through person after person after person and running through dude after dude or woman after woman and got this woman over there. The person that you looking for, the person that you fighting the most to find, A lot of times it's you. You
No,
just
I'm
not.
gonna correct you.
You're not dealing with that person. That's you. You're not talking to that person. That's you. You ignoring your needs. That's for you. You're ignoring your deeds. That's for you. You're doing all these things, going through all these corners, doing all these things with all these different people: best friend, cousin, mama, boyfriend, side lane, girlfriend. You're doing all this stuff for these people when you could just be dealing with your stuff that you got to deal with and getting your life in order and making sure you got shit set up for 10 years, 5 years, 9 years down the road. Because these people that's using you right now could give a fuck about your tomorrows. These people that you're giving your all to today can give a damn about when they not getting what they need from you. You need to be making sure you getting what you need from you every day and planting seeds to make sure what's growing out of your soil in your life is going to be suiting your needs later.
Yeah.
This is for everybody 25 and 35 that don't know. They're just bumping your head every day on the same goddamn rock, doing the
18,
same fucking shit,
21, 25,
doing the same
35.
dumbass shit, getting the same dumbass result, and you walking around depressed and mad and sad and willing to fight motherfuckers in the street and live your last moments in life pissed off over some shit that all you got to do is slow your goofy ass down
Slow
and
it
stop
down.
doing all this other shit for all these other people and get you some of this chocolate gumbo every goddamn day.
Yes.
Tune in and tell a friend and get all the sound bites you want. Make Twitter links and Twitter handles and motherfucking Instagram videos, TikToks to these motherfuckers just like y'all do everybody else. And I guarantee you want your life be better. We forgot to talk about my boy, man.
Wait, one
That's
one
right.
thing I just want to tap in real quick. Everything you say, I completely agree with, but we do it sometimes in reverse. Everything he said, we need to do that first before we can love on something, before we can tap into something, before we can give ourselves to someone or something. We got to find ourselves first. We don't know who we are. We was born. You know what I'm saying? We became a part of this earth, and then we're tapping into different things where we're trying to figure out and learn who we are. It's so many different aspects of people and personalities in this world. And sometimes because we don't know who we are, we tap into so many different things trying to find out who we are. So if you can find out who you are before you really just commit to something, I feel like really that we won't have so much talk about divorce or so much talk about people not connecting or being together because we still figuring out us. We don't know when that time where it's gonna click, but as long as we pour into ourselves and try to figure that out early on than later, again, we live in life, it's an experience. So we trying it out. But if we can do that before we decide to commit, then I don't think we would have this type of heartbreak or these type of turnouts on the situation that we choose to be a part of if we did that first. But again, I only can speak that because life is a learning experience. So as we grow older, for the younger people that's out there that's coming out of grade school, coming out of high school, going to college, and you're living those lives of you just been on your own from 18 to 21 or 22 or whatever the age is that you come out of college, find yourself before you can commit to something. Because we do fall in love and commit to situations early on before we really know who we are. And then we grow apart and things just look bad. So if we can start doing things, we do things in reverse where we can kind of try to reverse it around and tap into ourselves first and not being selfish, but in order for us to be great for someone else that we want to actually share our lives with, let's try to put that, let's try to normalize that. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Man, it's been a great show so far, man. We actually forgot to talk. What you say we forgot to talk
We
about?
forgot to talk. I mean, the internet is king. The internet is taking over. That's why a lot of people that never ever will have to work again is maximizing and monopolizing these streams, these videos, and their digital footprint. These people ain't never going country. You say country Wayne, just hilarious.
Yeah.
These people will never have to work a real job for nobody long as these platforms up. Now these platforms go down, it's gonna be like the stock market crash in the 30s, the Great Depression. People gonna be jumping out they motherfucker. Let the internet go down for more than a month and all that money stop coming in if they haven't saved and properly put the money up or whatever, and people can't make videos, man, this motherfucker will go up. Do you understand me? Russia already talking about nuking everybody because they losing the war because America about to send them another 12 billion. They done already sent the motherfuckers so many billions of dollars and about to send us a stimulus check for 400. Bitch, if you don't send that shit to Ukraine and send me one of them Ukraine checks and send the Ukraine the 450 and send us motherfucking the 12 billion. Bitch, I wish the fuck you would. Goofy ass motherfucking mob. This nigga said he was gonna clear my student loans out, and now I'm only gonna get 1,500. Bitch, I didn't go to ITT Tech, bitch. I went to a real goddamn college. Anywho, this motherfucking mob. So it's crazy that all of this is going on, but the internet is the craziest place. The internet is king, and you can become a millionaire just based off shit you say. Now, this gentleman that I'm about to speak on is a self-proclaimed everything I'm about to speak on. Nothing I'm saying about him is something that I think in my perspective. When I give my perspective, I really don't know what to say about bro. Gentleman by the name of Charleston White. We're not trying to get no fame, not trying to get no clickbait. It's just showing you that you can become a millionaire. You can become a personality and don't have to go through NBC. Don't have to go through Fox. You can get on here, and the man has said some of the most outlandish comments from his own perspective. And when he breaks down his perspective, it doesn't sound as outlandish. But he's a self-proclaimed shock jock. You know, Howard Stern. You know, motherfuckers just saying shit to make you tune in, and then after you tune in, they give you the real perspective. The dude is a deep dude. He's a community actor, self-proclaimed, and he's self-proclaimed around the imagery of rappers and hates that little kids idolize as rappers and their whole life. You know what I'm saying? We had Martin Luther King and all them great people to idolize after, and he's trying to break the idolization of especially market rappers and gangsters, because he first attacked I was watching a lot of documentaries on him yesterday, all of his interviews, and I'm piecing together how it came about. He his hometown in Texas somewhere, they had a real blood crip problem. You know what I mean? When he came up, they had a real blood crip problem, like super blood crips. But y'all ain't never been in these areas and gang bang on these streets in LA to be affiliated to bring that down here. Y'all just inherited. And he said that's LA shit. You feel me? That's not our shit. That's LA shit. That's California shit. So he went out there to California and lived out there and worked in the community centers and eventually hooked up with some big time affiliated gang members. I'm not gonna say no names because I don't want to come up missing. and and he kicked it with them and saw the gang culture, went to Nipsey Hussle's funeral and came back and was talking crazy. F the Crips and F Nipsey Hussle. I don't give a fuck about no dead rappers. And he was trying to break the stigmata of his hometown, and the internet just so happened to get wind of it. The internet just so happened to catch him saying that, and what happened? It got back to LA via the what? Not the Greyhound bus, not a fucking postcard, not a letter, not a voice messenger, not somebody that went down there and called a motherfucking train and went to California and said what they said. The internet went from wherever he said that in the little circles of Texas, and just because he said F Crips and F Nipsey Hussle, it went crazy. And now he uses the shock value to control people's feelings to bring them into his narrative. And his narrative is to destroy idolizations and to teach people about law-abiding citizenship. Somebody that's willing to call the police if they feel like their life is in danger. And these rappers walking around with records and guns and really saying shit on the internet is going to jail behind shit he's reporting to. He said it himself. I ain't did the research and saw no case files or saw no documents to nothing. But from what he's saying, what I've given for what he's saying, he's advocating for tearing down the de-idolization of all things that people idolize over the internet, because you don't know these people. You just see them and then you make it that your life. He's trying to break that down, which is good. And he's trying to build law-abiding citizenship. But he also, on the shock jock side of it, the person and the character is his separation. Okay, there's a character, like he said about Nipsey Hussle. There's the character Nipsey Hussle, neighborhood Nip, biggest Crip, the most popular rapper, and all that, right? Then there was Aramis. You feel me? Aramis was a visionary. Aramis was the person. Nipsey was the character. They said Lil Durk was all these rappers. He takes the rapper apart and splits it from the actual person and attacks the idolization of the character that you have to play to go out here and get money, so it doesn't affect people's lives negatively. Okay, so that's what I got from that. But he says some of the most craziest things that you would never think that somebody would say to, you know what I'm saying, and he's built the name for it. People pay him to do interviews now. I went to YouTube. I didn't go to Instagram or TikTok. I went to YouTube, and the man has millions of views on YouTube just from doing podcasts. Like if our podcast was busting and we had the money that he required to fly in and come to where we did and do our podcast for us, ask questions and say his type of comments, because we would ask him them, pull him in questions, tease him right up to the edge and let him go over his self type questions, then he'll do that. But That's just the internet, man. I don't know. The internet is the king, man.
I know. I heard about him. I watch him a little bit. I know, man. It's a lot of I actually seen a lot of rappers and seen a lot of other people. They don't want to talk about him, man. They don't want
Yeah,
no
because
parts of him, man.
he will call the police
Yeah,
and
they
he
don't
will
want no
take your
parts.
threats and you know you got warrants. You know, Bootsy said his aunties and said don't even say the man name. Don't give him no gas because he don't just go around fucking with people. When a rapper dies, he'll do a video where he in his car ranting off, running. Like black people don't play about running off at your mouth. Let's be real. Black people, Louisiana grandmamas, all our grandmamas. If you had a grandmama from Memphis or wherever your grandmama from, if you had a real grandmama, you say real because she would love you and bless you with the love of God and whoop your ass. And you couldn't just say anything to your grandmama because she'll slap your ass so quick. You couldn't even talk when she was talking to other people. Do you understand me? So you had to stay in the child's place. And that type of, I'm not gonna say slave mentality, but warrior slash your private space and your right to say whatever you want to say does not supersede me slapping the shit out you. Black culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Certain things you say to white people, they'll slap the shit out you. You call a white woman the C word. It sounds like bunt. You probably get the slip slapped at you. Or, you know what I'm saying? You call somebody anything outlandish and they'll be like, who the fuck you talking to? Like type of shit. So he does that on the internet, and that's the internet. But then you talk to about the real person, then he say you can't do nothing to me. All this, woo, woo, woo. So he's not playing a dangerous game. He's just playing the game he's playing.
Wow.
And Poe Kendra, she like who Charleston who like that. That'll show you anything you submerge yourself in. You think everybody know him, but they don't.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
So
he's definitely growing. I definitely know who he is, and I know Kendra is going to find out like exactly who he is.
most definitely.
Because you put his name up, and you're going to see it.
But
You're
the
gonna
man
hear
said
all
a
the
lot of
crazy
positive stuff. He said a lot of
I'm the one that gotta Google it. Okay.
very derogatory sounding things to rappers, but he was tearing down supposedly their character. But the man said Malcolm X was a hoe. He said Malcolm X was a hoe. He didn't like guns, and he was a goofy for not. I'm not going to quote the man word for word, but I don't like it when a lot of these internet comedians and internet personalities go after historical figures. I don't like that. I don't like it, and I'm not going to say they don't have the merit because I think what was her name? B. Simone was calling Martin Luther King a hoe not too long ago. I'm not going to say that Martin Luther King was a good husband. He wasn't popular or well known and leading marches, leading people, changing people's lives because he was a good husband. That goes right back to what we started this conversation. You cannot chase a dream and be completely in love because some other stuff is going to come up. Now, I'm not going to say nothing to the infidelity side, but Claretta had how many kids at the house?
3
With the police outside because these white motherfuckers keep blowing bricks through our windows and threatening our life, and we got to be in hiding. And you out here getting your head bust on TV on the bridge. You feel me? So that had to already be crazy in the 60s. That had to be insane in 1965, 3 years before the man got killed. He at the height of his pushback against this the oppressive white dominance on life in America, let alone black life in America, which is catching it worse because we done did the most, but catch it worse. So it wasn't no cell phones back then. Wasn't no internets. You could have a whole family in Memphis if you live in Arkansas and you got a good enough job and you because there's no GPS.
Yeah, you're right.
There's just pay phones and postcards
They had
and mailboxes.
No.
Man, that's why I hate when people be like, man, talking about the old people or older relationships. It's like it wasn't no they. It was.
I don't know how they did it without call waiting. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know how they did it without text message. Do you understand me? I don't know how they did it. I don't know.
Actually had it easy.
They didn't even have color TVs. Do you understand? It wasn't even no color TVs. Everything was in black and white.
Man, my grandfather had 12 kids with my grandmother and had other kids with other women still.
And he didn't get caught because it wasn't social media and it wasn't cameras.
I think they found that the kids ended up finding out about the other ones, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, yeah, it wasn't, you're right. It wasn't like a big blow up. Nobody knew. It was like
Kinda
it was
harder
just,
now.
it was hard. It's easy now. It's like,
I mean, right. I'm sorry, harder than easier now. For real.
But it's
Like,
like she called the man a hoe because the FBI tapped the phone and they sent well, who knows how he got caught up, but he got caught up with his wife. And that's I'm not gonna say where B Simone got her facts from, okay? But I guarantee you, 95% of the people that's getting their facts from Martin Luther King got it from the movie Selma, hands down, hands down. And that was the depiction of that was a depiction of a story that was told, including historic events. All the small details about what conversations happened. That's Hollywood magic. And somebody thought of that. Just like the movie The Butler. The movie The Butler wasn't a depiction of that man's life. It was a story that was told about that character in them times. It was inspired by true events, but it wasn't a real story about the fucking butler. It was they took the butler's character and put him through them situations in them times in America and showed the screenplay. So 95% of people don't know. Nobody really knows what was going on back then, but the FBI, obviously. So you got to go through them court documents to see what was really going on. Ain't nobody went through them court documents because all of it's public record now. They getting their motherfucking information from the movie Selma. Like, stop fucking playing with me. You can't call this man a hoe unless you done read the motherfucking 10,000 pages of documents on how the FBI was planning to get this man killed. Like, fuck out of here. He died so people in our generation could be happy. Who gives a fuck if he was getting his dick sucked? I don't. Did that stop? Did him getting some pussy stop him from loving his wife? No. Did him getting some pussy stop him from marching? And he was like, man, fuck that. I ain't fuck that bar shit. I'm finna go get my thing sucked this week. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all can be oppressed. Y'all been oppressed for how many years now? I'll see y'all in a couple weeks. I got to go over here to Memphis and knock down my side chick for 2 weeks. Fuck a march. Or did a nigga that was going through that much fucking stress that could cut his own goddamn wrist need some pussy at 38, 36 years old? Get the fuck out of here.
He didn't get killed over no pussy. Is that the controversial thing people saying?
So I really don't like the shock value of the clickbait era now, because that's what's going to take over. They done stopped a lot of hate speech, but they can't stop people from saying stupid, useless fucking shit. Martin Luther King was a hoe, and Charleston White really turned me off because he had me going for a second, and then he said Malcolm X was a hoe. And I'm sure Charleston White, though, has done some historical research on his opinion of Malcolm X. Not that Malcolm X absolutely was a hoe just because Charleston White said it. And that's another thing, internet people. Don't listen to shit on the internet. But look at it, and if you really want to know your opinion, go find out what's really going on. Then formulate your opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just take whatever you see and make your opinion. Try to find both sides of it, because there's a gray area. Something will happen. The Nia Long situation, it's some gray area in how that shit happened. All this other bullshit is gray area. But when this man said Malcolm X was a hoe, and the gun, the picture with Malcolm X outside the window with the gun, the historic picture, that was photoshopped. This was before Photoshop. How the fuck did they Photoshop? And then he said he was a hoe but then he uses facts to formulate the gray areas, because he did say that Malcolm X was a follower of the Elijah Muhammad, and he didn't leave the Nation of Islam. They kicked him out. You feel me? So it's so many different pieces of information that you have to have done the research. You have to have know from more than one book, more than one true account, more than one everything, that you can reference all these points and formulate an opinion about what happened 70, 80 years ago, sir. So I'm not going to say he wrong for saying what he said, but I don't like when a lot of internet personalities get millions and millions of views when they tear down people that really did something. Malcolm X was a thief, a pimp, a motherfucking numbers runner, and all of that. But the man turned himself around and showed black people our power. And they tore him down and killed him for the shit. Martin Luther King, got him a little coochie from whoever he got some coochie from that wasn't Coretta. But he made black people feel like I can be the one. Jesse Jackson got hoes. We know Jesse Jackson fucks hoes. Probably 95 got an old bitch at the nurse on right now. But he made us feel in the 80s like what? I am somebody. So who cares what your sexual preference is? All of the gay shit is all about inclusion now, right? It's all about the trans. It's all about we're equal too. What are you about in your real life? While you trying to fight, when you trying to have parades about your sexuality, what do you do to help people?
So, but again, I want to say this: like, why is it that sex or anything in regards to cheating is a deflection from what we actually are trying to do and achieve in the world today? For instance, like you said, Martin Luther King, he's trying to make the world a better place. He's trying to prevent slavery and give everybody equal rights. We have our ministers and our the people of that in that category who are human as well, but because they decide to drift off in the element of cheating or dipping with another woman, that we're deflecting from the purpose. You know what I'm saying? So why do the world we live in today kind of combine those two to deflect whatever gift God may have given to you as an individual, if it is speaking to save souls, or if it is for you to be into politics and to try to change the world? Like, why does anything sexual has to be, or our sexuality or whatever has to play a part in what our actual purpose is on the world today? That's something to actually think about. It's a deflection because we all are human.
It's a way to divide too. It's another way to
That's true,
divide.
too.
Like, why do people talk about the color of your skin? You know what I'm saying? Now they
Chocolate
doing
gumbo, baby.
now they doing
This
this
gumbo is cooking.
now they
y'all.
doing the gender thing, which it was already men and women. Now it's just like deeper than that. Now it's like all these different categories. So it's a way to kind of divide and
Hey, we
and then
gotta
it's all
realize
that
that.
stuff really doesn't
It's the
honestly
teardown.
don't
It's the
matter. Yeah,
teardown
it's a
for me.
teardown.
These
It's a tear
people
down.
in this world will not lift you up too far before they are ready to tear you down. And you can name anybody that's been at the height of heights. We talked about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, they tore that man down. And if they can't tear you down, they're gonna shoot you down.
And that's only because you actually got something to say. You got a purpose to stand for. You got something to give, something for somebody else to grow from. When somebody start actually realizing and seeing that, they want to start finding ways to tear you down.
And the raggedy you are, the longer you get to stay up. Because you represent the fact
Come on,
that
with
the people
hey
that ain't
y'all, do
shit.
y'all see these ingredients that we pouring into this pie here?
The raggedier you
Y'all
are,
need to keep
the
tapping
longer you
in,
will be
okay?
exalted, because they want to see people that are full of darkness and full of bullshit and full of
Yes.
fake, full of deceit. I'm not gonna say his name, but Donald Trump. They want this motherfucker in power so bad. So the sneaky, snaky, jakey. I'm not gonna say, okay, let me take that back. They want Donald Trump in power so that everything that all the people that share his values and his morals and his belief systems and woo 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 and whatever is going on behind his energy, they share the same energy, and they've been waiting to come out. They've been waiting, this whole United States of America, since they freed the fucking slaves and let the money loose around this country and let you go and be a trillionaire if you got the hustle and got the investment. Soon as they let that out, they had to treat people like they was equal, and they hated that, and they want that shit to come out so bad so they can just spew hate and make it okay to do whatever the fuck they want to do. I'm just saying, G. And the only thing I don't fuck with Donald Trump about, because the art of the deal is classic. Being a deal closer, that's more valuable. Unless he's showing that that's more valuable than anything. Being a closer is the most valuable. Somebody in real estate, Kendra, you can have all the pretty pitch sales. You can be beautiful, you can be fine, but it'll be a chick that's less fine than you, with less shapely than you, closing deals, because she can close a deal. You can show all the houses, give them all the options, let them run your ass around from Lombard to McHenry County, and you don't have no closing ability, and then people gonna move around you like you ain't showed them shit. But let somebody who ain't in it for the look, ain't in it for the flair, that know how to close, been in the game 30 years and ain't never suffered, ain't never starved, because they a closer. And Donald Trump, only thing I don't like about him, he
I'm
can't.
a closer too with the look. That's why, but yeah.
Yeah, she got it. I'm just saying, somebody, you know what I'm saying? But Donald Trump can't be wrong. I don't trust people that can't be wrong. If you can't look and say, my bad, what was I thinking? That's my fault. It wasn't an accident, but I didn't intentionally mean for it to play out like that. When you told me, but then when it played out, I'm like, oh, that's what he was talking about. I was wrong. My bad. I misspoke.
You don't know how to say that.
I should have said that more correctly. Matter of fact, I said that all the way wrong, and I'm going to change my perspective because I see how what I said affected you, and I saw how it affected you, and I went back and listened to it, and I can't even retract that. That's just bad upon how my perspective was. And if you start fucking with me because of my old views, I understand and I respect you for that. But if you're willing to give me a chance to show you that hurting you changed my perspective, me fucking over you like an ex. Anytime an ex can you exes, you can have this conversation. My bad. The things I did was fucked up. When I saw how much I hurt you and how much pain I went through, I grew. And I know you're gonna move on and you're gonna do better in life. But what I put you through, I'm sorry. I was fucked up as a person. A lot of shit I meant to do, but I didn't mean for it to affect you like that. If a motherfucker can't say that, fuck you. Chocolate gumbo, bitch.
Hey, I'm gonna change the
Come
fingers.
on the realest way possible, for real.
For real.
That's
Like
real.
that's some
That's
real
real.
shit. We cooking, okay?
Definitely cooking it up, man. Well, this is Chocolate Gumbo. This has been another episode of Chocolate Gumbo, throwing in the spices with my boy Big Keith, my homegirl Kendra.
Hey.
I'm RJ, and we're gonna do this each and every time. So y'all come back with your aprons, come back with your napkins, and all that good stuff. Bring something to drink too, because we're gonna cook up this gumbo every time, each and every time.
Follow
You
me on
feel me?
TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. Big Keith, BIGKEEF. Who is BIGKEEF on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook? Facebook and YouTube and my website. We're reconstructing it right now. Best place to find me is YouTube. Best place to find me is TikTok and Instagram. Who is Big Keith? Who is Big Keith? Follows and friends and like them videos.
Yeah, and I'm Hairstyles by Kendra on Instagram and SFH Property Group on Instagram and Facebook as well. And we're gonna tap into our own social media pages real soon, but y'all tap into our personal and we got you. What's
Yes.
up?
And I'm RJ Mitchell _ official. RJ Mitchell _ official. Follow us, and then we will have a Chocolate Gumbo Instagram page, TikTok page, YouTube page, and all that good stuff. So we'll be having that coming shortly, and we'll tell you the handles when we have that coming up. Until next time, it's been real, it's been great, and we've been family.
That
Holla at
part.
y'all soon.